Well, good afternoon, my friends. Welcome to the NeedleBugg. My name is Karen, and I am so very glad you are joining me today. If you are new to the channel, words, welcome, and I am so glad that you clicked on the channel, and we'll give this one a try because you are more than welcome here. If you are a current subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. It is always a pleasure to have you and to spend some time with all of you. And of course, to my VIP members, once again, thank you for all your support and all your encouragement to keep this channel going and provide you, hopefully, with some new and interesting things. So, what are we going to do today? Well, I thought we would do a bit of a stitch with me, and I have some things to tell you about while we're stitching. So, let's switch to the next screen. There we go. So today I am working on, I forget what it's called. It's a long dog sampler. Hold the phone a minute. Night of Passion, and it's one of the small ones that she has. There's a series of a whole bunch of smaller charts. So that is what I'm working on today. And yeah, I'm trying something, once again, something different. I thought, I'll stitch in hand. And part of the reason I started this, and part of the reason I am stitching it in hand, is because my husband's surgery is on Thursday. So that's 2 days from now. And of course, I needed something. Oh, I missed a stitch here. I needed something to take with me. So, I thought, you know what, if I start this, it's all one color, don't need a lot of supplies, just need my one color, and get a little better focus here, there we go, my one color, and I don't even have to carry a hoop if I stitch it in hand. So that will be a good deal. You know, the less things you have to take with you, the better, because you know what happens, don't you? Knowing me, of course, I would lose something or let it there or what have you. So that is why we started this. So it is being done on 40 count. Yeah, 40 count. And right now I don't have my magnifiers on, but I have a light shining right upon it. But it's 40 count Alba Maxima linen. I'm not even sure if you can get that anymore. I bought this years and years ago. So I thought, no, you know what? It's time to start using this stuff that you have, because you have it. And what are you saving it for? Nothing. Somebody else to have when you're not here anymore. So that is what I'm stitching it on. 40 count Alba Maxima. And I have my good light here, so that works pretty good. If it wouldn't be for the light, I could not do it this way. I would have to get out my magnifying, clip-on magnifier glasses. So that's what we're working on today. So what do I have to tell you about? Well, if you remember, in my last video, we talked about some stitch-alongs. And if you wanted to participate in stitch-alongs, I set up a Facebook group called NeedleBugg Stitch-Along, which any of you are welcome to join. But I will say you absolutely must answer the questions. If the questions are not answered, your request is going to be denied. So let me say that right up front. It's just my way of trying to protect that group. I don't want scammers in there, and there's a lot of them floating around Facebook here lately. So it is a searchable group. It's not hidden. You can find it. It's NeedleBugg, SAL. Okay. So it is there for you to search and can request to join and answer the questions. Now, I have finished. I decided to do something a little differently than what I originally had planned. I had two designs, and these, by the way, are my own creations. One was going to be cross stitch with some hardanger in it. The other one was going to be all hardanger. Now, in rethinking this, and realizing that I have a good deal of viewers who are not hardanger people, and I have a good deal of viewers who are hardanger people, and for that I thank you. So I decided to make it a chart with just cross stitch and another chart with just hardanger. Now, I have finished the one that is all cross stitch. So I am going to show that to you now. And if you are interested, please do feel free to join the group. Let me zoom out a little bit here so that you can see the whole chart. There we go. Don't mind my blotches here because my printer went a little bit funky. So this is the design. It's cross stitch bands with a saying, all my scattering moments are taken up with needlework. And then again, a band. Now, I did this in 2 shades of blue and black for the lettering. You certainly could change it to whatever colors your heart desires. It is open for any interpretation that you might want to do. Just put it out there as a place to start. I do not mind if you change things around. It's perfectly fine with me, and it is totally up to you. But this will be the cross stitch design. Now, originally I thought of having a small fee, and I have decided against that. This is a free design. There is no charge for it. If you would like to make a contribution towards keeping stitch-alongs going, my designing them, and taking that time, you can always donate via the super thanks on any of my YouTube videos. It's not required, but it certainly is appreciated. Again, that's up to you. It is a voluntary donation. The design itself is free. If you are not a Facebook person and would like to participate in this or have the design, you can send me an email, and my email is in the drop-down box. Let me see, do I have it? Okay, I don't have it on here, but it is in the drop-down box. It's kbug461@comcast.net. So it's certainly, I'm going to change the email in the drop-down box because I'm not sure if that email is going to work anymore since, well, it should. It should. I will put an alternate email address there in case that doesn't work. We recently dropped a lot of our Comcast services and went to just internet. So I don't know if that took away my email there. So I will give you another alternate email address also. But you can email me and I will send you the PDF version of this chart. It is Pattern Keeper compatible. So you will be able to put it in Pattern Keeper. So this is for my not hard hanger friends. Like I said, it is free, no charge. You are welcome to make a contribution of whatever amount you so desire through a super thanks on any of my videos. Okay, so that is for my cross stitch friends. I thought I'm going to stitch this myself at some point. I thought it turned out rather nicely. Now, my colors here are a little funky because my printer needs some color management. Needs to be cleaned. Yeah. So, but you get the idea. Change the colors however you choose. Okay? That's for my cross stitch friends. Now, for my hard hanger friends. I'm still working on this one, folks, and I would like your honest opinion of how you would like to do this. Let's get the glare. Let me make it just a smidge. There we go. Okay. So I hope you can see this okay, because I didn't print it out as of yet because I don't want to make it a PDF yet. So what it is, it's a square. It will have this center motif, probably some cut work in all of these four corners. Probably eyelets within these blocks as they go around. You know what? Let me change this red to a darker color. There we go. Let's see what that does. Oh no, that don't work so good either. Hold on. Hold on. Let's make it something very, very dark. There we go. Try this. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay. So it will have the center motif. These four areas will probably be cut work. These four areas, I'm still deciding. And these longer areas, I'm still deciding. Why did that change back to red? How dare it? Probably because I touched it. Let's design. Save it. There we go. Okay. Get rid of the glare. Okay, so here is my thoughts on how to do this. Would you like if I came up with what these fillers should be? Or would you like to have group sessions either here on YouTube or on Facebook Messenger, and you guys be creative about what you would like in these areas that are left blank? So what you would get from me, and again, this is no charge, the same deal applies as what would apply for the counted cross stitch, so that either you can be creative with the filling stitches, and I will be there to assist you in how to stitch something that maybe you don't know how to do, or I just come up with the design and you stitch that. I thought it would be fun to have each one of you decide what you would like in these areas, because then each one will be different and each one would be your own. You would be making it your own, as opposed to stitching something that I came up with. So in the comments, if you would let me know which you would like, we'll go with that. Not a problem. I have some work to do on this one yet, obviously. I spend a little bit more time on the cross stitch one, so that one's done. That will start August the 1st. And I'd like to do the same with this one, of have it start August the 1st. It will be, both of them can be the fabric of your choice. If you want to use 22 count hardanger fabric, that's fine. If you want to use 25, 28, or 32 count linen or Lugana, that's fine also. It is also your choice what you stitch it on. I'm just going to give you the chart, okay? Or this much of the chart, and you folks can decide what you want in these areas to fill in. I personally think it would be kind of fun to have everybody decide on their own filling stitches, and that would make each one totally different. As far as the edge is concerned, there's several things we can do with the edging. We can just do buttonhole stitch around the whole outside and cut it out. We could do a hem stitch, put a hem stitch hem around the whole outside. I don't know that I do a lacy edge, although that could be done. There's options. We can decide that as we go also. So let me know how you'd like to do it. I'm open for suggestions. I'm open for your own interpretation. I think it will be fun. And while I'm here on this screen, you may want to join me on another one. So let me show you that. Let me find it. Okay, let me change this also to black so that you could see it. And save it. Now, you will notice I've charted this one a bit differently. I'm going to zoom in more so that you can see. What I've done is for each stroke, it's 4 fabric threads. So rather than do all the 5 satin stitches over 4 and have it be a big, gymongous chart, I'm charting it smaller so that it's not so big. So each one of these ticks show the direction of the cluster block, and each square represents 4 fabric threads. So this is 5 stitches over 4 fabric threads, 5 stitches over 4. So this is one I gotta go down a little bit. I'm creating for myself, and it's kind of a make up as you go kind of thing. Sorry for my light shining on it. So let me show you how much I have done. Again, this is something else. If I decide I don't want to cross stitch, I can take along while my husband is having his surgery. So I'm doing this on the 32 count. Oh, that's the back, sorry. 32 count platinum Lugana, just like I did the other, my clutch on. This is my basting line so that I made sure my peaks here were even. And then this will also come up in here. This one will get a lacy edge. This in here will be some double cable stitch. This here will be all cut out and have needle wrapping and filling stitches put in it. I'm undecided what I'm going to do here. This particular diamond is going to mirror this one. And as I said, the whole thing then will have a lacy edge with filling stitches in that lacy edge, because it's going to be several rows deep. Okay, so this will be another one that will possibly be offered for those of you to participate along with me. This one I already have planned what I'm going to do. Okay, this one, oops. This other one is oh, here I went back to red again. Sorry, but this one is kind of up for grabs. That's a different chart, so hold on. There we go. So this one is this is the one that will be free for the stitch along. And again, let me know how you would like to do that. Should I come up with the designs and the fillers, or do you want the basic chart and be creative? Up to you. So that's my update. Both stitch alongs are to start on August 1st. I will see that you can request the charts. Right. Well, I will put the charts in the NeedleBugg SAL Facebook group. Okay. For all of you, you can get them from there. Again, they're free. Okay. If you don't do Facebook, you can send me an email and I will email you the chart. Now, I'm not going to guarantee you they go into Pattern Keeper, because especially the Hardanger, the cross stitch one will. That's not a problem. The Hardanger one, because it's all straight stitches, I don't know that Pattern Keeper will read that. And to be perfectly honest, I have not tried it. Okay. So that one, it may be up in the air and you might just have to follow the PDF for that. But we shall see. I will give it a try and see if I can make it Pattern Keeper compatible. If not, then it's just going to be stitched. It's just going to have to be stitched from the PDF. And to be perfectly honest with you, I often, when it comes to Hardanger, I a lot of times just stitch from the picture. Back when I first started doing Hardanger, that's how you got your chart. It was just the picture. If you get some of the very early, back in the 1980s, Nordic Needle award-winning design books, those winners were not charted on a graph. You got the picture and you stitched it from the picture. Now you got a really big close-up of what it was so that you could see, you know, how many cluster blocks you needed, or how much between rows of blocks, or, you know, whatever it was, you could see. And a lot of times, well, most of the time, you did not get, especially when it's a long, long, long piece, you did not get a chart of the whole thing. What you got was a section that was then repeated. So for the one that I'm going to do that I'm doing for me, that I'm designing for me, is you would get that first diamond and half of that extra piece on the side. And then you would just turn your chart so that you could mirror it for however long you wanted to make your piece. So that piece could actually be, I don't know, 3, 4, 6 diamonds long, because you just keep adding more of the mirror image, which is the nice thing. If you have a quarter of the chart, you just turn it, but you can also add to it, or you can leave sections out to shorten it. You know, it's a very, very flexible art. And one of the reasons I like it is it's so rhythmic. It's so relaxing. It's not a stressful type of embroidery. You're using, you know, if you choose to use other colors, you can, but mostly it's one color, and you're just moving right along. Doesn't take a lot of thinking. You just count, okay, on this angle, I need to do X amount of blocks. So you just keep going until you get that many. And I need to do X amount in this direction. You keep going until you get that many. So it's not like your cross stitch where you are constantly paying attention to a chart and changing colors and all that good stuff. It's a totally different kind of embroidery. And I do have to say, just while I'm thinking about it, I know that this channel has been primarily about full coverage, and I stitched primarily full coverage for most of my time here, and it is just, you know, fairly well. No, I've thrown some hard angering on and off and on over the course of the time that I've been making videos. And you will still see full coverage, just not as frequently. And you will probably see more of these types of things. As with anything else, our interests and our desires change over time. And, the full coverage and the techniques and all of that are not going away. You will still get them, you will still see them. But you get to a point when you're making videos on that kind of thing that you run out of ideas. You run out of ideas on what to record to keep people interested. So in thinking a lot about this, have kind of decided that it's time to branch out a little bit. So that's probably what you will see happening. I hope all of you will hang in there with me and start to broaden your horizons also. It's always great to learn something new, to try out something new. Not everything is for everybody, but it will add a little bit of variety to your life. So, that's also the reason I was feeling stuck in a rut. And I was losing my joy stitching only full coverage. To the point, and I think I talked about this in the last video, to the point where I was just searching for something different, and just not being able to get oops, went too far. Just not being able to get settled. Yeah. So, you gotta, it just means taking a look at what it is going to bring you joy. And sometimes it means doing some different things. Not that I'm not giving up full coverage, so don't get worried. I'm just not going to be doing as much of it, and you're going to see a little bit more of just regular counted cross stitch and part hanger. So be that as it may, I made a mistake here. See, the frog still comes to visit. Oh, fortunately, I caught it before I kept going too far. So, as I said, I hope you will all hang out with me and continue, because again, you never know what you're going to find here. You never know what I'm going to be stitching on, what technique I'm going to be used to stitching on, like today. Stitching in hand, that's different. Something I don't always do, but something I am finding a little bit more enjoyment of. Now, sewing method, yeah. As much as I want to do it, because I would really love to do it, and it is faster, I just don't like the way my stitches look when I do that. So that makes me not happy. And we all know what that does. We all want to find joy in what we're stitching. So, yeah. I need to start adding the border edges here. So I am stitching in hand, and while I'm stitching in hand, I'm sticking and stabbing. I could bring you in a little bit closer here, couldn't I? Oh, then maybe you could see what I'm doing. Yeah, I was just oblivious there for a couple minutes. So what else is new? You just don't know what to expect here. It's always something different. Oh, I also have another fleeting thought of something I would like to encourage. I don't know how many of you watch Mad Morty and her husband. I forget his name. I am going to link their channel below. Lovely, lovely couple. So much fun to watch. I watched them last night and thoroughly enjoyed their video. Both of them stitch. And it is just so fun to watch their banter back and forth. But here's the deal, folks. They are just a smidge under 1,000 subscribers. And wouldn't it be wonderful? Would it not be wonderful if we could help them reach 1,000 subscribers? So if you go, please go and watch them and subscribe so that they can pass that threshold of 1,000 and gain the extra privileges that YouTube gives you once you have 1,000 subscribers. It would be so wonderful if folks from this channel could help them reach that goal, because I just love their videos. I really do enjoy watching them, and I think they so deserve to be able to do some lives or whatever else they would love to do as a channel that passes that 1,000 subscriber threshold. So let's wish them luck. Let's get that number up for them and get them past that 1,000 mark. That would be so wonderful. Trying to think who else I've watched. I haven't been watching quite as much YouTube because I've been working on putting these patterns together. And I really need to concentrate when I do that. And I tend to not watch as many videos at that time just because I need to concentrate when I do it. But as I see people, I will recommend them. So give Morty a helping hand on reaching that 1,000 subscriber goal. So with that, my friends, I don't want to make this too long. We got a little bit done here. I did not put this in Pattern Keeper, mainly because if I take it along with me on Thursday to sit and do while my husband has surgery, I don't want to drag a tablet with me. So I'm just going to print out a page and take that along and read it from the paper copy. Not my ideal thing to do, but you know what? You make do where you have to make do. Then again, I may just take this piece instead and work on creating my own. We shall see. So with that, my friends, I am going to bid you all farewell. I didn't tell you, today also is the 4th of July. Filmed a video earlier, but I'm going to also put this one up today. So I hope you all are having a wonderful 4th of July. And what can I say? What better way to spend my birthday than to spend it with you? So thank you for your time. My sister is texting me a happy birthday message. But thank you for your time. Thank you for joining me, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I will be back, not this week anymore. Hopefully, depending on how my husband's surgery goes, hopefully next week. Let's just let it as I'll be back as soon as I can. You never know what's going to happen. You never know how surgeries are going to go. So we shall see. So thank you for spending my birthday with me. And don't forget, there's no rules in cross stitch, only the ones. Okay, you guys know, only the ones you set for yourself. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.